option play, and he breaks it down the near sideline for the touchdown. 44-3, and Riverdale just runs out on Lebanon.
So back to try another extra point is Ryan Miller. As the snap is down, kick is up. It is good. 5:35 remaining in the ball game. Riverdale 45, Lebanon 3. We'll be back after this break.
Riverdale goes 51 yards, 3 plays as Eric Locke, their impressive freshman quarterback, goes 38 yards for a touchdown. Miller with the extra point. It's 45-3, 5:35 left in the game.
Knox ready to kick it away again for the Warriors as now C and Griffin switch. Griffin will circle under it at the 2, goes into the end zone, comes out 5-10, is hit at the 12, and will go down there in the arms of Jonta Miller. Alvin Duke with him as well, and Kevin Litchford.
Lebanon offensively would love to just run the football a little bit and try to get some field position here. Maybe get something on the board to try to soften this margin, which is 42 points. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the football game. As Riverdale has just outmanned us with those quick guys. Lebanon looks like they're going to have to burn a timeout. Personnel-wise, we didn't have Griffin on the field, and Lebanon will take a timeout. Let's see if they want to stay in the huddle. Now, the team that calls the timeout has the option of using the complete timeout, and Lebanon will not use the full timeout. They'll bring them back out of the huddle now that our personnel is set.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 2 receivers to the right side, Clemens and Cherry. Reeder turns, gives it to Griffin, puts his head down up to the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. Tommy, a yard or 2 gain. And Terry, we just haven't had a lot of yardage tonight anywhere.
I was adding it up, Sam. Going into that play, we'd run 12 plays in the second half for a net 0 yardage, and of course no first downs for Lebanon in the second half.
John, we said coming out of the break we needed to generate a little bit offensively, and Riverdale just has not allowed us to do that.
Tommy, they're so quick on that defensive side of the ball. They're quick everywhere. They're quick on the kickoff, on the punt coverage. Duke's even on the kickoff team, so if that tells you something about this team, I don't know what does.
2nd and 8 for the Blue Devils. Reeder turns, wants to throw, hits Clemens on a quick hit out to the 25. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, Tommy.
Run Clemens on the quick slant, and I believe he's got the only 2 receptions, 2 of the 3 tonight for Lebanon tonight.
Grissom will head out of the ball game. In at fullback will come Luke Shepard. So Shepard is the fullback, Griffin your tailback, Cherry to the right side. It'll be Jeff Clemens to the left as Carson a tight end on the right side. Reeder, straight drop, lofts one, overthrown to Clemens. Had a little bit of pressure in his face, Tommy, and just floated it a little bit.
Marcus Smith, the big fullback, also plays defensive end for Riverdale, and he was on top of Reeder as he threw the football. The pass sails high and out of bounds. And John made a good point. If Alvin Duke, who had 24 touchdowns on the year coming into tonight's game, you've even got him on a kickoff team. Gary Rankin's getting the most out of this athletic ability as he just swarms those people at you, and he just keeps the pressure on both sides of the football and special teams.
2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils. Reeder, straight drop, play action, lofts one down the side as it'll be intercepted by Duke, his 2nd of the night. Tripped up at the 44-yard line of Lebanon as Tommy, not the best of an evening's period for Jason Reeder.
Well, it started out poorly, and it hasn't gotten much better for Jason. Johnny underthrew him, and Duke was there to make the basket catch.
You're right, Tommy. Ball was underthrown, and Alvin's just kind of back there hanging out in center field, and comes back and picks it off. And luckily, he was tripped up right after the catch.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, the 44-yard line of Lebanon. Offset backs in the backfield as a new quarterback for Riverdale. Toss to the tailback. That's Tig. He will get to the 45 and lose a yard. Your quarterback, Tommy, is number 1, Emil Mitchell, a sophomore, 6'1", only 135 pounds.
So Riverdale playing the string out a little bit here as we're inside the 3-minute, 20-second mark in this football game. I'm glad they got Locke out of there because he just kept producing touchdowns.
Second down and a little over 10 for the Warriors. 4-man line for the Blue Devils as Carson drops off. He'll turn, wants to run it, gives it to the fullback up the middle. That is Martin. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little further. We'll bring up 3rd and 10. 2:50 remaining in the ball game. And Tommy, we said we'd talk maybe a couple of weeks down the road, headed toward Chattanooga is where we're going, back toward my area. Looking right now like possibly Soddy Daisy or Brainerd, our opponent.
Well, a lot's going to depend on how we do next week against Beach, and I understand there are still a couple of games to be played in Chattanooga that's going to affect 1 through 4 in their region.
Well, it'll affect 1 through 3, Tommy. We'll talk a little more about that after this play. 3rd and 10. Toss sweep to Martin, who is the tailback. Pitt comes up. He will break a tackle, flag down, shoved out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That's enough for a first down, but a hold on Riverdale will bring them back. The big games in that region, Tommy, Soddy Daisy knocked off Brainerd last week. Baylor's your number 14. They're coming to play Riverdale. The tough thing, though, is Red Bank tonight is playing Soddy Daisy. No, excuse me, they're at Brainerd tonight. They have to play Soddy Daisy at home next week. So you could be going anywhere from Red Bank to Soddy Daisy to Brainerd. But the good thing for us is we'll be happy to say we'll bring you the game.
And not a bad drive to East Tennessee, to Chattanooga, and home of Sam Axley. We're
Well,
stomping ground, and Sam's going to be putting us up and feeding us while we're there, and we're looking forward to the trip east.
I'm assuming I'll call the parents and say food's on the table. Oh, 3rd down and 18 for the Warriors, under 2 minutes to go in this ball game as flags come out. And Tom, you can tell this is the backup team for the Warriors, as this looks like it'll back them up 5 more yards. But realistically, Tommy, and folks watching this ball game are going to turn off their TV today, probably saying, "Man, are we that bad?" No, it's not that Lebanon is that bad. It's that Riverdale is simply that good.
Riverdale made it to the Clinic Bowl last year and got beat by Lincoln County in the finals of our state playoffs. They bring back almost everybody from that football team, and Gary Rankin has utilized the talent that he has and put these people in a position where they can really hurt you.
3rd and long, handoff to the tailback. He's got the first down and more. That's Ron Smith, the sophomore tailback. Picks up on the carry. No, he won't get the first down. It's wrong. He was running from about 42 yards back. But he does get down inside the 40-yard line. He'll set up 4th down and right at 5, Tommy.
John, you've seen a lot of high school football. This is, as a group, the fastest team I've ever seen.
Well, every position they're quick, Tommy. They don't really have a weakness. Besides, the only weakness we could see is the number 3, the quarterback, the starter. Got a little rattled at the first of the game, but he settled down to throw a couple of big touchdown passes. So this is one good football team.
4th down play for the Warriors. First down and more. Outrunning is the tailback as Tressler, and now Shepard will drag him down at the 1-yard line as Ron Smith picks up a huge lot of real estate. And Tommy, 1:20 to go in the game, and Riverdale may score again.
Well, they just ran the sweep. No trick plays, nothing outlandish. As Riverdale running their base offense. And the Warriors just have those people, Terry, who can go coast to coast.
Tommy, 38 yards by Smith. He's carried the ball twice for 56 yards.
An I formation behind Mitchell. 1st and goal at the 2. Blue Devils have men on the line. They'll give it to the fullback, who they haven't made a signal yet as if he got in. And still no call. Unpiling it